Hi guys, Darth Deuces here, back on our Star Wars: Vintage Collection action figure review. Today, taking a look at a new release. This is the new A New Hope Luke Skywalker figure. Very cool. This one's actually been a bit more elusive to find. I didn't pre-order it, and then he went out of stock on GameStop Canada, and I actually found this out on the pegs at Walmart. Found the whole wave actually. Um, I've reviewed the Clone Lieutenants from this wave already. I don't know if I'll be reviewing any other figures from this wave, at least not anytime soon. I'd like to get Deidre, but I'd like to get her on sale. And kind of the same thing with the Anakin. It looks like a cool figure, but I'm still perfectly happy with my old one. So we'll see. Maybe get that figure eventually. But I definitely want to get this one because I don't have a Tatooine A New Hope version of Luke in my 3 1/4 inch collection because it's been like, I think maybe well over 15 years since we've had a Tatooine Luke in the 3 1/4 inch Star Wars figure line, which is crazy considering this has got to be one of his most iconic looks in the franchise, and the fact that it's gone so long without a new figure is kind of crazy, but it's a long overdue update, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it turned out. Anyways, really quickly, taking a look at the figure on the card back. It's a really nice card back. You've got Luke there. Looking at that binary sunset, you've got just the straight up Star Wars logo there for A New Hope with the old vintage picture there with him and Leia. Figure on the card looks really good. Then on the back, you've got another image of the card back and an image of the figure. A really brief write up there, but not too much else. If you are a mint on card collector, this is definitely a cool one. Anyways, I'm gonna crack them open and we'll take a closer look. All right, now I got the figure out of the packaging, and it's a really good figure. Unfortunately, I don't have the old version to compare with, but it's got to be an upgrade in pretty much every way. It's got all the modern articulation. It looks great. I feel like maybe it could have came with a few more accessories if I had one significant complaint, I suppose. But overall, this is a really good figure. But let's take a closer look. So yeah, obviously it is Luke in his Tatooine outfit here. Looks pretty good. I think the likeness is decent. Hasbro has a real tough time getting Mark Hamill's likeness, and I'd honestly still say this one isn't quite there. But it's probably one of the better ones they've done, especially at this scale. I do like there's a bit of paint in the hair to give it some extra detail and depth. The print on the face looks pretty clean, so that's nice as well. His outfit is nicely sculpted to simulate the fabric, which looks good. The sleeves are nice, but they're not too large and baggy to get in the way of articulation. The belt there is pretty good. The silver paint on the buckle there is a little sloppy, but it's not too bad. The buckles are painted, which is nice. And then the legs, the pants, and the foot wraps and whatnot look really good as well. Not a whole lot to talk about. It's not the most exciting design character or figure, but I'd say pretty much all the details there. It looks pretty nice. Proportionally looks good. Yeah, I like this a lot. It looks really great. Articulation wise, you do have the dumbbell joint at the neck. Not a ton of down movement or up, but you do have rotation and a little bit of pivot. The hinges in the shoulders are really good. They go up a lot, they rotate. Hinges at the elbows move about 90. Swivels at the wrists as well as up and down hinges on both wrists, which is cool. You have kind of the dumbbell torso joint, which goes back just a little. Doesn't really crunch forward too far, but does allow for rotation, and it does pivot a bit. Do have the newer style hip joints. They kick out like so. The lower tunic piece is made of a softer plastic, so it doesn't get too much in the way. There's a swivel cut at the thigh, single hinge at the knee that goes about 90, and then you have hinges and ankles which go up and down and have rockers for pivot. So pretty good articulation. Should be able to get a lot of the posing that you want out of this guy. In terms of accessories, like I said, if I had one gripe, I wish the figure maybe came with a little more stuff. It doesn't come with a ton. Of course, though, he does have to come with Anakin's lightsaber. There's a nice vibrant blue translucent blade. The hilt is sculpted and painted pretty nicely with a nice silver paint, a bit of black. It would have been nice if they painted the buttons a bit, but not a big deal. You can hold that, and I would say he holds that pretty good. Looks good. I like that. Take that out of his hand for now. Does also come with an unlit lightsaber hilt, which of course you could also have him hold, but it does have a peg, and there is a hole on the front, so you can peg that onto his belt there like so. And I like how that looks a lot. That might actually be how I display him, because he doesn't really actually use the lightsaber that much. He swings it around a bit in Ben's house, and then he trains with it on the Falcon, and then that's it. So that looks pretty nice. And then lastly, they do give you the little comm link he has. It's, I think, cast in gray with a little bit of black paint. So that's pretty neat. You can put it in his hand if you want, like so. You know, I'm kind of speaking into it. And then there's also a peg on it, which makes it a little awkward for putting in his hand, but it is so you can store it on his belt as well. And that's really cool. But yeah, I think maybe it would have been cool if he came with a few more accessories. The little hat he wears when he goes looking for R2, and the rifle he has when he does that, I think would have been cool inclusions. Maybe his poncho that he wears would have been nice as well. Because at the price that, you know, new vintage collection figures are going for these days, it's getting harder and harder to justify these purchases at full price. But overall, I think it's a really good figure. I guess quickly do some comparison. Here's another kind of much needed remake. Here he is with the A New Hope Leia, and they look really good together. I think they scale well, look nice together. So that's really nice. I like that a lot. Here he is with Ben Kenobi. I think this is the Legacy Collection one, which is still a pretty good figure, but they really need to do a new Ben, given the updated articulation, face printing. That figure would surely sell very well. But they still look pretty good together regardless. This old figure's still half decent. Then for fun, I'm just going to... Here he is with another more modern Luke. This is the Imperial Light Cruiser Luke, I do believe. You can kind of see the two head sculpts and likenesses. I definitely think the new one, this one here, I think might be a bit better. Obviously, he's also a bit older here, but just if you want to see the different looks that he's had and compare with some of the different likenesses Hasbro's gone with over the years. But yeah, overall, like I said, I think this is a pretty good figure. It is a much needed upgrade to the old versions of this character we've gotten. Honestly, it's pretty criminal it's taken this long to get a New Hope Luke, but we finally do have one, and it's a really good one. So I would say if you have the old one, it's worth upgrading. And then if you, like me, and don't have the old one, then it's finally time to get a really good version of A New Hope Luke. Anyways, that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. May the Force be with you.